Hello, Taurus, and welcome to my channel, Tarot by Gabrielle. This is going to be a general reading for Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs, looking at your connection to the person that you are dealing with and needing to learn the most from right now. We are looking at all three sides of the connection. We've got your energy toward it, their energy toward it, and the energy in between it. The concept being that there are three sides to every story. So looking at your version of the truth, their version of the truth, and this higher level unbiased truth in the middle, really looking at what is the purpose of this connection and what is the best way for you to move forward in order to align further with your higher self. As always, I've gone ahead and pulled the overall energy for the reading and clarified those messages, which we'll jump into in just a second. I do have the overall theme for the reading, which is something new that I've added into this round of readings, as well as a different tarot deck shuffled for each side of this connection that we'll be diving into. And then I have the advice deck I'll be using in the extended already shuffled as well. Any information on the extended reading or on booking a personal reading with me is in the description box below. Last thing, please remember that these are general readings. They are not here to resonate fully for everyone, and they won't resonate fully for everyone. So do remember to take what does resonate, helps your personal situation, and leave what does not. On that note, these energies can absolutely be swapped. So if you resonate more with the energy to my right than to my left, just know that's totally fine and totally normal. Again, the point of these readings is for you to take what does resonate and helps your personal situation and leave what doesn't. All right, Taurus. Making sure that's on. On your side of this connection, you have triggers with the Six of Cups. This connection, I mean, it's very triggering for you. And I feel like with the Six of Cups, this could either be a connection from the past, or this connection triggers past wounds, or both. You know, in a lot of these readings, I feel like I do often get past relationships that come up in them because my intention for my readings, like I say at the beginning, is the person that you are dealing with and needing to learn the most from right now. So even if you're needing to learn from someone and they're no longer in your life, this could still be applicable in that sense. So this could be someone from your past. It could be someone from your past that triggers past wounds, or just someone that you're dealing with that triggers these past wounds. But I do feel like this connection has a greater purpose here, because this person, there are regrets with the Knight of Swords. I feel like they ran from this. I feel like they probably were just as triggered. I see what I feel like is it's like your energy triggered them, maybe because you tried to offer love and understanding and empathy, and they didn't know how to handle that, so they ran from it. That doesn't necessarily have to be the case, but then their running triggered you. So I feel like there's kind of this like double triggering going on here with these two energies. But I do feel like this person regrets how they handled things or how they have been handling things. And then, like I said, this purpose being deeper than you might know, it is you have in between this connection. It is for the higher good, with the Three of Swords in reverse. So whatever happened in this connection, and however things are unfolding, and however much whatever went down, happened for a reason. And the healing from this connection is like the important part. Now, the overall energy for the reading, you have boundaries. So I don't know if there was a lack of boundaries, if this is about setting boundaries or respecting your boundaries or creating boundaries in your relationships in order to strengthen them. But I do feel like it could be one or all of those. So we will see as we dive in. So let's start Taurus. With your side of this connection, you have triggers with the Six of Cups. This is for Taurus's side of this connection to the person they are dealing with. Taurus's side of this connection to the person they are dealing with, please. This is for Taurus's side of this connection, please. Taurus's side of this connection, please. The Hermit in reverse. The Knight of Pentacles in reverse. Oof, okay. Eight of Cups in reverse. This connection, now, whether I talk about it in present tense or past tense, remember to take it as it resonates. It makes you feel very lonely. I feel like, when you're in connection sometimes and someone isn't fully committed, or there are like ways that they kind of trigger you or whatever the case might be, but then they don't really support you emotionally through those triggers. I feel like it's almost like this connection got to a point where you almost had to withdraw your energy a little bit in order to protect yourself. And I feel like it kind of puts you, I don't want to say like it puts you in a hopeless energy, because I feel like that can sound very intense, but maybe for some of you, that's what happened. I feel like there's this energy of feeling very alone, very lost, very unsure about what's next because of this connection. So this definitely affected you in in a pretty major way here. But let's get more Taurus's side of this connection to the person they are dealing with. One more Taurus's side of this connection, please. This is for Taurus's side of the connection. Taurus's side. Oh, okay. The world and the strength. So this connection, in a very backward way, and you could be dealing with a fire sign with the King of Wands. You don't have to be. But that would be Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. With the strength card here, it could be Leo, but it definitely does not have to be. This connection, in a very weird way, very backward way, it's actually helping you step into your power by taking it away. Because I feel like this connection maybe made you feel powerless, or made you feel, or does make you feel very unsure of yourself, or um, takes away your sense of confidence, or whatever the case might be here. But it's almost like through whatever cycle is existing in this connection, I feel like it has to do with its boundaries. It's almost like it's helping you, this connection and the healing from it and everything that kind of comes with that is actually helping you gain your power back in a way that's stronger than you had before. And I'll elaborate more on what that means, because I feel like your power is a big theme of this reading already. This is for Taurus's side of this connection. It's like it triggered you into being powerful or something. Taurus's side of this connection. It's an interesting message. This is Taurus's side of the connection. There it is. The strength with the Magician. With the Judgment in reverse. So I do think that this is a past connection of some sort. Maybe a connection that you've experienced since childhood. You have the King of Cups. Could be a water sign. Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio. Again, it does not have to be. Okay, so this Judgment in reverse card is the need to kind of see past what happened in this connection, because there could be a lot of dwelling on like what went down and needing to see like why, the reason behind it, because it's almost like with the strength of the Magician, the strength, the confidence, the power that you're able to gain through the healing, because you have it is for the higher good with the Three of Swords in reverse, through the healing of this connection, is actually helping you create, manifest, attract the love that it is that you desire, the relationships that you desire. And there is like, if there's anything that I've realized, it's oftentimes before the universe brings us what it is that we desire and deserve, it will bring us like something that is, and this can go for any aspect of your life, but specifically in relationships too, it'll bring you something that gives a lot of promise of what it is that you desire, but has a lot of lessons in association with like what it is that you don't deserve. So we learn our lesson through that situation, which then leads us to being able to attract what's truly meant for us because of whatever lessons that exist there. And I feel like in this connection, this is like what that is saying. Because it's almost like through this connection and the healing from it and what it's teaching you, it's giving you the power to be able to create and manifest the love that you truly ultimately do desire. Whether it's with this person or someone else. I'm not saying it has to be someone else, but I have realized, and it's happened in my life many different times, and I've seen it in the lives of those that I've coached, that right before you get what it is that you desire, the universe kind of brings you like a dupe, like someone that, you know, appears to be what it is that you desire, but there's still lessons and karmic cycles attached. And so I feel like that could very much be what was going on here, and that's a strange lesson, but or a strange message, but I do think that it's important for this connection. This is Taurus's side of this connection to the person they are dealing with. Taurus's side of this connection, please. Taurus's side of this connection, please. But there's more. There's more to it. There's the Nine of Pentacles. Ooh, with the Four of Cups. I want more on this. Nine of Pentacles with the Four of Cups here. Clarifying this message. Nine of Pentacles with the Four of Cups. I think I know. Yeah, the High Priestess in reverse. Okay. This person, it's literally saying what it is that I just mentioned. Okay, because this person brought a lot of your fears, doubts, and insecurities to the surface. And the things that keep us from being able to experience and live the life that we desire, including the relationships that we desire, are going to be our fears, our doubts, and our insecurities. And oftentimes we'll face, through our relationships is like what allows us the space to be able to face those fears, doubts, and insecurities. Now, the difference is in a unhealthy relationship, those fears, doubts, and insecurities will be the driving force of the movements, choices, and decisions that are made in that connection by both parties. And there will be triggers and blowups and fights, and it's not worked through in a healthy way. But in healthy relationships, those fears, doubts, and insecurities will be brought up because no matter what, in your relationships, there's going to be conflict. And there's going to have to be a resolution to that conflict. And in healthy relationships, those fears, doubts, and insecurities are triggered, and they're handled in a healthy manner through healthy communication and through, self-awareness and healing that takes place on a deeper level. Now, in order to have that kind of healthy connection, both people have to be willing to handle those fears, doubts, and insecurities in a healthy manner. And so what I'm getting at with this connection is this connection brought up a lot of fears, doubts, and insecurities for both people. Now, whether or not you handled them in a healthy manner, this person very obviously did not with the Knight of Swords. They ran the other way. They did not face them. Maybe they self-sabotaged. Maybe they got really defensive. Maybe they used it as manipulation tactics, whatever it was. They did not handle this in a healthy way. And so this person, I feel like they gave a lot of promise of being what it is that you desire in love, their potential or, whatever it is about this person that drew you to them in the first place. And I feel like you see what could be in this connection, but there's so many things that have butted heads with what it is that you truly deserve that make it very difficult to understand what's really going on in this connection. And so what I'm trying to say is this person is actually a lesson in what it is that you like trying to say this in like the nicest way. What is it you don't deserve so that you see what it is that you do deserve. You don't settle for anything less than that. And once you know what it is that you deserve, the universe will bring that to you. Now, remember, a lot of this stuff happens on a subconscious level. 95% of our movements, choices, and decisions stem from our subconscious. Only 5% of how we interact with our reality is conscious. And so sometimes we face situations and we're doing all of these shifting of beliefs and healing on like almost like a cellular level that we don't even realize is happening. And it happens in the form of our relationships. Because remember, the healing that this connection provides is what is for the higher good. So it's interesting. It's kind of like they're a dupe to what it is that you deserve. showed a lot of potential, but never matched that potential. Because there's a part of you that's not listening here to your intuition. Interesting messages coming through here for you, Taurus. This is for Taurus's side of this connection, but this is whatever this is, however you take this reading, I feel like what this is trying to say is you are going to get the love that you desire on the other side of healing from this connection, whether it's with this person or somebody else. This is for Taurus's side of this connection, as long as the focus is on the healing. Yeah, because this King of Swords in reverse, not great treatment here. King of Swords in reverse, Three of Wands in reverse, but that treatment that you received in this connection is what you're used to. With the Three of Wands in reverse, it exists within your comfort zone. It's triggering for sure with the Knight of Cups in reverse, but it's like so what you're used to, that it's almost like there's a part of you that thinks that this treatment, because this can be like manipulation, like mental manipulation, mental abuse, even depending on how, whatever extreme that it is that you're dealing with. And I feel like this King of Swords in reverse, and again, you could be dealing with an air sign, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. I'm pretty sure we've seen all of the signs except for King of Pentacles so far. So your sign, so it doesn't matter. Take it as it resonates. But this treatment, I feel like, is a product of them running from this connection. So this person, their purpose in your life was to get you to see that this isn't what you have to accept. You don't have to settle or accept this kind of treatment, no matter how good the potential and the connection might be. Oftentimes I get people that'll comment, they're like, oh, well, I hang on because I've never felt a connection like this before. And what you don't understand, or what a lot of us don't understand, and I've been there too, like there's no judgment whatsoever, I've been there, is that you can have the connection and also be treated with the love, respect, and treatment that it is that you desire and deserve. You don't have to choose one or the other. And I feel like in this connection, it's like there was a lot of potential here, and you felt like you needed to hold on to it for that potential because of what it could be, but you accepted so much mistreatment during that it's almost like it was like there was a lot of good, but there was like equally as much bad in this. This is Taurus's side of this connection. Taurus's side of this connection, please. Emotional unavailability. Emotional unavailability is what is keeping you from the love that you desire. Now, here's the thing, you probably keep attracting emotionally unavailable partners. Oftentimes, when we attract emotionally unavailable partners, it is because we ourselves are emotionally unavailable. And because, when we don't believe that we're deserving of love, or that we're capable of love, or that the love that we desire is possible, we will often search for love in places where on a subconscious level we know we can't receive it. And that's why I feel like this is talking so much about your past. Is I don't feel like this is your first time dealing with a relationship with someone who's emotionally unavailable. And it's almost like the cycle is you dealing with emotional unavailability in relationships. And it's easy to see it when it exists in other people. It's not so easy to see it when it exists within yourself. And that was the one thing I had to learn on my journey was that the people that I was attracting into my life who were emotional and unavailable and would run from the connection, and so, some of the people that I attracted even being a little bit on that manipulative side of things, um, it was so easy to see, oh, they're emotionally unavailable. They don't know how to accept love. It wasn't so easy to see that I was searching for it in people that couldn't provide it for me. So there is a deeper lesson, a deeper purpose for this connection, Taurus. This person's energy toward Taurus. There are regrets with the Knight of Swords. This person's energy toward Taurus, please, clarifying. There are regrets with the Knight of Swords. This person's energy toward Taurus, one more. This person's energy toward Taurus, please. Right there. Okay. This whole, like, even just seeing this, like, they sabotaged this connection. Because with the Queen of Swords in reverse, they tried to approach this connection with a closed heart. They didn't even have their heart open to the love that you had to give. So I feel like this connection made you feel, we kind of saw with that strength card, it made you feel like almost like powerless, alone. You were fighting to maybe feel seen and heard in this connection. But the thing is that this had more to do with them than you. They sabotaged this connection from the start when they approached it with a closed heart and closed mind, because I feel like they had certain expectations that they projected onto this connection. And that's why I feel like you have this boundaries card, is I feel like you kind of, especially seeing this 10 of Wands in reverse, I feel like you really took on the burden of this connection, or of this person. Like the burden of their emotional unavailability became, it's like their fight with that became your problem. And you allowed them to overstep. You allowed that mistreatment. And maybe all because you saw this potential, but you allowed it because of what you thought things could be. So you dealt with the triggers, you handled the pain, and continued to invest in it because there's a part of you that thought maybe eventually this person will change. Maybe they will see my worth. Maybe they will stop running. Because this person doesn't know how to be, with the Knight of Wands in reverse, they don't know how to be vulnerable. They don't know how to be vulnerable enough to have the kind of connection that you are looking for and ultimately are deserving of. This person's energy toward Taurus, please. Withdraw and distract. That's this person's MO. Withdraw and distract. I feel like they don't face themselves. They don't face their problems. They don't face the things in their life. This is a typical chaser runner dynamic, but it goes deeper than that. Because I feel like the way that they handled this, the way they sabotaged this, the way they ran from this, it triggered past wounds that you already held. So if you felt like there was abandonment or betrayal involved, take a look at how that might be a pattern in your life, at how you've experienced that in love before. Because their tendency to withdraw and distract themselves from the hard stuff, facing their own stuff, right? Their own trauma, their own triggers, their own vulnerability and commitment issues. Like that has nothing to do with you. That doesn't mean you're not good enough. That does not mean that you're not valued. That does not mean that you are not deserving of love. What it means is that there's a reason that this kind of person, and with where they're at right now in their journey, was attracted into your life. And getting to the bottom of that, remember we had that judgment in reverse, not focusing so much on what happened, but why it happened, can bring a lot of clarity to your life. This person's energy toward Taurus, please. This person's energy toward Taurus, please. This person's energy toward Taurus, please. That's entirely too many. All right, clear, concise messages for the person that Taurus is dealing with, side of the connection to Taurus. This person's energy toward Taurus, please. One more, this person's energy toward Taurus. Six of Swords in reverse, Two of Wands. And there's the Knight of Swords. They're trying to run from this, right? But we have this regrets card. And then you have the Six of Swords in reverse. It's like they're trying to move past this connection, but yet they're still stuck on it. The Six of Swords in reverse. They're still stuck on the connection. They're stuck on the way that things went down here, the way that they handle things. Because I do feel like they're aware of at least how they handled this and how that affected you. I feel like they, at first, had kind of like a victim mentality about this, like, I'm never good enough, like just kind of like a lack of accountability kind of mindset. But I feel like as time goes on, they're kind of facing more of the truth behind like what really went down here and how their actions affected things, like how they really sabotaged this. Because I feel like they straight up sabotage this. Now I feel like as you kind of move forward, as you progress, as you heal, in a way it's kind of like you're setting yourself free from this, how this affected you, but they're kind of like still stuck on the way it affected them. They have, I mean, seeing the regrets card, like they definitely have regrets. This person's energy toward Taurus, please. This person's energy toward Taurus, please. Six of Swords and there's a two. I thought it was a Six of Swords, but it's sitting right there. Two of Pentacles in reverse. Ten of Wands and Page of Wands. See, yeah, they have so much stuff from their past. This is so interesting because there is kind of a mirror here too. Like this is obviously triggering your past. I mean, it's obviously triggering because of what it is, but it's also triggering like your past experiences in love. And then I feel like this connection also triggered there. So here's what's interesting is I feel like you came into this connection wanting to provide love and understanding and empathy and support and be there for this person, emotional connection, all that good stuff. And that was triggering for this person because I feel like they have all these burdens from their past, especially the Page of Cups, that keep them from being able to be emotionally available. So you show up with this emotional availability, or at least trying to. And they were like triggered by that. It's like it pushed them to kind of like protect themselves, push them into protection mode, which caused them to run from this, to sabotage in some way, shape, or form. Which then the way that they sabotage things is what triggered you. Like even it could even be specific. Like again, if there was betrayal here, they could have, there could have been betrayal in your past. If there was abandonment, same kind of thing. Almost like they have these wounds that keep them from these inner child trauma wounds too, like deep seated wounds that keep them from being able to have the right priorities when it comes to love. And so then in turn, that's really triggering for you because you're like, well, why am I not good enough? Why, doesn't this person show up for me? And it's like, well, to be honest, they're not even showing up for themselves. So I don't know how they could show up for you. This person's energy towards Taurus, please. One more. This person's energy toward Taurus, please. This person's energy toward Taurus. But see, the universe, and I want to clarify this again. It's so funny that I was going to clarify that message and then it just kind of feels like that's what this is saying. On the other side of this cycle, for both people, there is this Ten of Cups. On the other side of this cycle for both people. For you, it's the cycle of looking for love and emotionally unavailable people. And for this person, it's sabotaging the potential for love by running from it. So on the other side of chasing is the Ten of Cups. On the other side of running is the Ten of Cups. It's so funny. That's exactly what I was going to clarify. Like, I feel like this reading is saying, just because this person is incapable at this time of showing up for you in the way that you deserve, of loving you in the way that you deserve, it does not mean that you are not able to get the love, the Ten of Cups that you're looking for. Kind of that, like, I won't call it a happily ever after because I don't really believe in fairy tales. But that long-term, sustainable love that you do desire. It just kind of feels like there's this cycle that exists for both people. It's keeping both people from being able to have what it is that they do ultimately desire and love. And I feel like this person did see this Ten of Cups with you. I don't think that it's that they didn't or don't care about or value or love you or see that potential. I feel like it's that they literally are not capable of being able to give to this in the way that you are deserving of. And then on the flip side, Taurus, I feel like you have given so much to this and received very little back. So take a look at how there's more to learn from this than you might think. Because I feel like there's a lot more going on here than like what you can see on the surface of how things went down. This person's energy toward Taurus, please. Person's energy toward Taurus. Two of Wands with the Strength again and the Lovers. So this is less about, okay, yeah, there it is. This is less about like their, oh my gosh, okay, their actual energy toward you and more about how it's affected you. Because what I'm seeing here is their energy is pushing you into like alignment through the Strength, right? We saw the Strength card over here. It's like the way that this connection has affected you, has forced you to become stronger and more powerful than you probably thought you were. And through that, you're stepping into seeing your worth, which is aligning you with the love that you're ultimately desiring. And so it is a blessing in disguise. Now, I mean, we see this a lot in our life when we start to pay attention to our patterns, is that sometimes we have to accept less than what we deserve for a really long time before we say, enough is enough. I'm going to do something about this. I'm no longer going to accept what I deserve or less than what I deserve. I'm only going to accept what does align with my worth. But sometimes we have to experience less than what we deserve to recognize what we're not going to settle for. And then once we know what it is that we deserve, because the universe responds not necessarily to what we desire, but to what we believe, when we know what it is that we deserve, we then are able to receive that. We open ourselves up to receiving it. Because right now, Taurus, yes, they are dealing with emotional unavailability, but so are you. And there's a need to take a look into that. Not that you're not willing and able and wanting to be emotionally available, but there's a part of you that has been looking for love and people, specifically this person who is just not capable of giving it to you, of providing it to you to the extent that you are deserving. So do some digging there. And I feel like there would be a lot that came to light. Because remember, you have it is for the higher good with the Three of Swords in reverse. So we're going to hop on over to the extended. I have 9 different messages I'm going to pull, as well as an advice card that I'm going to pull at the end. Thank you so much, Taurus, as always, for your support of my channel. I do hope this reading helped and resonated with you in a way that you were needing today. And as always, Taurus, I wish you nothing but love and healing on your journey moving forward. All right, bye, Taurus.